And the owners have been really generous and have laid on a cream tea for arrival. And with the local views, it's bloody lovely. So we might. Dorchester stop off has resulted in watching some gladiators having a sparring session. The fish is absolutely gorgeous. You can see how flaky it is. Hello and welcome back to the channel. So, the Thailand adventure has ended and we are back in the UK, as you can see. This video, we're going to be looking at Dorset and what it has to offer. So, we have a holiday apartment which we're staying in for a couple of nights over this weekend. And we're around about 2 to 3 miles outside of Bridport, just to give you an idea on where we're actually located. What I'll do is I'll give you an overview of the apartment, do a little review, costings, location, etc. as part of this video. But also what we'll also look at is what Dorset has to offer. You know, there's an amazing coastline here. There's lovely little towns on, you know, seaside towns and whatnot. So we'll have a wander around. We'll do a little bit of reviews of places. We'll have a look at what food is on offer. And hopefully it'll give you an insight to what Dorset has. And if you've not been before, it might be somewhere that you come to. And if you have been, it might just bring back some of the memories of such a lovely place. So let's go. Let's have a little wander around and see. Welcome to Stronggate View Apartments. So let's have a look at what we've got. So one of the main things is the view from here. It's absolutely amazing, as you can see. Really nice. There's lots of chickens and the cows are out in the fields. So it's yeah, it's really picturesque and a nice atmosphere. It's got everything you need. It's absolutely catered for anyone, really. If you're coming for a weekend, if you're coming for a longer stay, as you can see, you've got seating, you've got a sofa, you've got a telly, all good, all in this area. And the owners have been really generous and have laid on a cream tea for arrival, which is really nice. Welcome to Stronggate cream tea for your taking. You've got a nice little kitchenette area, as you can see, with everything you need. Plates, glasses are all supplied, kettle, toaster, even some cereal was there with some milk was left in the fridge. So there's plenty of seating in the, I suppose you'd call it the living area as such. You've got another section to your kitchenette where you've actually got a microwave, an oven, and obviously an under-counter fridge which is a decent size, and as I said, it had milk in when we arrived, which was quite handy for a cup of tea. A separate contained little shower room. I've already popped my stuff in there, but nice shower, single shower, as you can see, all good, and that's separated off. And then as you walk up to the bedroom, it's a double room with a double bed in, and it's a fair size. It's good enough for what we need. There is an adjoining room to the actual property itself, but that's all blocked off, and there's a key there for the event of a, you know, an emergency exit or whatnot. Cupboard, obviously loads of storage inside with regards to hangers, and yeah, everything's catered for. So prices for the apartment start from £80 a night. I imagine that fluctuates depending on the time of year, school holidays, etc. We're here April the 11th and 12th, and that came in at £90 a night, which was really good value. As I say, everything is catered for. You do not literally need to bring anything with you, maybe your food and drink, but you've pretty much got all your amenities, all your cutlery, everything is all ready to go. The bedding, the towels, everything's all supplied, which is excellent. So really good, really It feels quite homely. It doesn't feel like, you know, you're in a hotel as such. It just feels like you can chill out and relax at your own pace, which is nice when you're on a short break. So we've landed in Bridport for market day, Saturday morning, around about 11 o'clock. It's quite funny, our first vlog in the UK since coming back from Thailand, and we've got a Thailand catering trailer here. So we might. And with the local views, it's bloody lovely. So we might pop our gear and get something to eat in a little bit. So we've got lots of little local stalls, bakeries, all doing all little bits. Some nice cheeses. Some quite quirky little vans as well. There's a jerk chicken one, and there's one that's doing sort of smoothies, coffees and whatnot. So yeah, loads of variety down here with regards to getting something to eat and some snacks and what have you. Some quirky little pots for the garden. Pretty cool. And even more food vans. We've got spice and rice, chicken jalfrezi, chicken tikka. It's a bit of a foodie's dream round here, really, if you've got all this on the go. Looks pretty cool. There's a number of these dotted around actually, and looking at the information on there, it's a local artist that's I think they've got an exhibition coming up in 2025. Stampede by the Sea, and I think there's a link to a local hospice as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there's a lot of these elephants around Bridport. Loads of fruit and veg, all nice and fresh. And another elephant. Actually quite impressive with the intricate detail on there, you know. Look at the fish there, it's really good. Yeah, lots of work, really impressive. And it looks like it's quite popular because we're actually at the Weldman Hospice Care shop here, and these are all designs that the kids have done, and they've got them on display, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's nice to see them around, you know, around Bridport. There's lots of them all in different places, but it's nice to see this as well. Pretty cool, quirky little designs, all personalised as well. So you got your key rings and you got some little sort of ornaments, really, I suppose. And you've got the vibes as well when you're walking around here in Bridport. It's pretty cool. Nice little backdrop for the music when you're doing a little bit of shopping around the market. It's cool. Some lovely homemade cakes. Biscuit cookie pies. One and Nutella cookie pie. And they look awesome. Wow. So yeah, on Bridport, it's Flower Bakery. Baking makes the world a better place. Really, really nice. So on to our next location on our Dorset adventure. We've just come to Lime Regis. Just parked the car up and we're going to have a wander down to the beach. I'll show you the beach, I'll spin it round. So, Lime Regis, as you can see, we've got to make our way down these steps down to the beach, but it's looking like a nice day. Sea's nice and calm. So we'll pop down. We're going to grab something to eat when we get down there. I'm in the mood for, I think, a bit of fish and chips, but we'll have a look and we'll go from there. It looks like the good weather has brought the good people out today. The beach is pretty busy. Looking over it, we've got another elephant again for the Stampede by the Sea exhibition, and there's more elephants down there. Looks quite busy today. And on this one, as I said, they're all individually designed, and this has got a little bit of Downton Abbey going on. Quite impressive. So we saw these first in Bridport, we're now in Lime Regis, and they're here as well. Stampede by the Sea, pretty cool. And this is Lime Regis Beach in all its glory. Nice to see so many people out and about today. Saturday afternoon. Good for the local businesses as well to get people out. The weather's picked up just of late, so I think it's good for the local businesses, footfall wise. But yeah, really nice and chilled. As you can see, it's not too commercial. We'll have a wander down, as you can see there, down towards the end of the beach, and maybe get some food from down there. It's pretty chilled atmosphere here. You know, you've got a couple of pubs and whatnot, so if you want to grab a drink and grab some food, lots of food outlets as well, but nice and chilled. And when you say Lime Regis, this is one of the, I suppose, one of the pieces that it's known for, the colourful beach huts. So whether you own these or hire them out, I don't know, but they're really just on the front, people just chilling out, having a drink, reading the papers, and you're looking out over the beach. So not bad little view. And at the very top, where you come back up towards the car park and overlooking the harbour and whatnot, you have this nice little woodland walk as well, which is pretty nice. And maybe one tip here is, yes, you can park right up at the top here, which then brings you out overlooking the harbour and the seafront. But there are parking areas down actually in the town, rather than having then to negotiate the steep inclines and the steps. So if you are visiting here, that's an option to park down, if there's obviously spaces down in the town itself. So we've done Lime Regis, spent a couple of hours here. We're just walking back up to the car at the moment. We're going to actually pop somewhere else to get some food. It's pretty busy down there, and the fish and chips and that, where we were thinking of getting stuff, there was a massive queue. So what we're going to do is we're going to find somewhere else and grab some food. But a couple of hours spent. I suppose if you're going and spending time down on the beach, you can spend a good few hours there. You've got everything to hand, you know, little shops, cafes and restaurants. But yeah, just a nice little couple of hours, have a little mooch about, down the seafront and then back through the town. So we're going to pop somewhere else now, and hopefully we'll be able to get some food. And maybe 1.2 note, if you are planning to visit, is there is a park and ride where you can park for £5 all day. As you're coming in, you'll see the signs. The car park itself that we're in That was £4.80 for 2 hours, £15.80 I think it was for the day. So depending on how long you're going to be staying, you might be able to save some money by doing the park and ride rather than then totting up, you know, £15–16 on parking while you're here as well. So we're at our next stop off point, West Bay. It's quite a small little place, to be honest. It's just a little harbour. There's a few pubs, there's a few places to get some food, and that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to head over to one of them little food outlets and grab some fish and chips, because I can remember coming here a while back and had the most amazing fish and chips. So I'm hoping they're still there and we'll give that a go. So as you can see, West Bay, very popular with the bikers. It's a great little stop off point really. A nice ride down here, and then you can just literally park on up and grab yourself some fish and chips while you're having a look out over the harbour. The tide's out at the moment, as you can see. It's getting a little bit overcast, but in the summer it's really nice here. You can just sit and have something to eat. Just watch the boats coming in and out, pretty cool. Yeah, so as I said, you've got a number of different stalls where you can get your food from, your fish and chips and whatnot. We've got one that we go to. I'll show you which one it is, and hopefully it won't disappoint when it comes to the food, because it's been really good every other time we've been here. And this is the go-to choice, which we've been to many times before, and it's never let us down. The Ship's Galley here in West Bay. It's just like, you know, no different to the huts down there, but the food we've had from here has been really good. Just to give you an idea on some of the prices. I'm going to opt for the large fish and chips there for £12.80. I think Joe's going to go for a standard chips with a cheeseburger. Yeah, and you've even got the option to get jacket potatoes down there, and they do kids meals as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, let's get ordered. So as I said, I've gone for the large fish and chips, and it hasn't disappointed. It's looking really good. Joe went for a cheeseburger and some chips and some curry sauce. So let's crack on and see what this is like. Looks good. So the fish is absolutely gorgeous. You can see how flaky it is. Just breaking apart, it's lovely. Everything's spot on, just as we had last time. So really happy with it. A bit of a treat when you come to West Bay. So it's sort of a little bit of a tradition. Whenever we come down to West Bay, we have to get our fish and chips here, and this place doesn't disappoint. It's really, really good. It's consistent every single time. The fish, the chips, really, really good. So yeah, nice little stop off, and I'm glad we didn't get something when we were out early and we thought, oh, while we're in the area, let's pop here. So yeah, spot on. Really, really good. So that's our lunch at the Ship's Galley, the Green in Bridport, done. So large fish and chips came in at £12.80, and that seems to be a standard price around here between each one of the different places. And also when we were actually in Lime Regis, it was the same sort of price as well. So the only difference here was it's busy, but there weren't so many people queuing, so we got served quite quickly. Mushy peas for £1.80. Joe had a cheeseburger, which was £4.50. Standard chips £3.20. So all in all, everything in, it came to £25.90. So not too bad. Really quality fish and chips. As you see, the portion size, really good portion size, really good quality. Joe has actually said it's the best curry sauce he's ever had from a chippy. So that's a good recommendation just there. But really good, really enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll carry on to our next place now. And there's an area here where you can actually hire a riverboat. Looks quite nice actually. We haven't done it before, but as you can see, you can take the boat out and just head on up the river. Nice and relaxing. And I suppose once you're done, go and have a drink, go and have something to eat in there even. Nice. And if you did want to go on the riverboat, the price, £15 an hour, 2 adults, two to 3 kids and dogs are welcome. says take a picnic and explore the beautiful River Brit, and literally you just get on it from the harbour here where you are. As you can see, you can jump on the riverboat hire there and it takes you out down the river that I showed you just earlier. And as I said, if you are a biker, this seems to be a very popular place down here in Dorset to stop off and get some food. As you can see, lots and lots of people parked up, some cracking bikes. Pretty nice stop off for everyone, I think. And basically everything's just placed around here, as you can see, from the harbour. There's lots of different food outlets, lots of different things to do. There's pubs in the background. So yeah, nice little stop off. Not very commercial as with most places around here, but just nice for a little break. And you might have heard of West Bay, because one of the things it's famous for is the cliffs and where Broadchurch is filmed. So we're going to have a little wander, see if we can see it, just show you an overview of the seafront, what the cliffs look like, and just have a walk down there. So let's go. I'm resisting the urge as I'm driving, but if you want to pop into the Bridport Arms for a beer while you're here, why not? And I think it's probably best well known for, obviously, as I said, is the cliff face and whatnot from the Broadchurch TV programme. So this is the actual beach. There's quite a lot of people here today, as you can see, taking in. The weather's not great at the moment, it's getting a little bit colder, but a lot of people are out, which is nice to see. Yeah, and you'll see a lot of people down going to the cliffs. A few little rocks and whatnot you can see on the ground, so it's just about being careful when you're down there as well. But nice and fresh. Just a little bit more detail really on the cliffs, as you can see. You can walk all the way along the Jurassic coast there. You do find lots of like archaeologists, because as you can see the cliff falls quite regularly, so you know, being down underneath it can be quite risky, but what they do is every time there's a cliff fall, you'll find the guys going through the rocks and whatnot to see if there's any sort of finds there for their collections. So it's quite interesting. It's a nice place to walk. It's you can walk along the top or you can walk down at the bottom, but just be careful of falling rocks, that's all I would say. So I think West Bay's one of them places where you pop down for a couple of hours, to be honest. Have a wander around the harbour, maybe come down to the beach. I think it's just dependent again of what weather's like and if you're going to spend any time, because in the summer here it's absolutely lovely. It gets really busy, the sea is really lovely as well. And if you do want to pop here and you have dogs, it's good to note that there are areas which are out of bounds where there's dog restrictions and dogs are kept on leads. As you can see there with regards to the map, the restrictions are in place. Keep the dogs off East and West Beach between the 1st of May and the 30th of September. So if you are planning on travelling down with a dog, just be aware of that. We haven't got the dogs with us on this trip at the moment, but you can get caught out thinking you're going to go for a nice walk on the beach, and in fact, because of the time of year, you can't take the dogs on. So just want to be mindful of. Someone's just having a little sit down while there's joined, and they want to seem to perform for the camera. Hello guys, see you later. What a lovely, lovely evening. We just sat watching the sun going down here over the Dorset countryside. As you can see, we've got lovely views from the apartment. Really, really nice, peaceful. Been watching the cows come in or go home, whichever way it is. The cockerels, the chickens going to roost for the evening. And yeah, just sat, just having a drink and chilling out here. Lovely. Time to say goodbye to Bridport. So day 2 now, we're going to be heading back, and en route we're going to stop off and just see what we can find, see if there's anything going on today, any events or anything like that. But yeah, it was a good first day. We managed to get around a few places, see a few spots, go back to some places that we've been before and really liked, and we'll see what we can find on the way home today. So let's go and have a look.
And look what we've stumbled upon here in Dorchester. Let's go and take a look.
Well, we've stopped off in Dorchester, just had a quick look around, and we've just stumbled upon, I don't know what it is, it's some sort of Roman reenactment or in the amphitheater here. So the gladiator battle is just about to start apparently, so let's have a watch and see what it looks like.
You might be purchasing the Empress and one of the Praetorian guards, and he's here to basically purchase some gladiators. Look at you training this morning, and so if you cheer very loudly, he might actually fix the potholes. The Emperor Vespasian! Okay, here he is going round at the Emperor Vespasian. Give him a nice tap in the chair and he won't put the taxes on. Oh, make sure they were definitely dead. And this is how he did it. He went over to the dead gladiator, or supposedly dead gladiator, and smashed their head in. Whoa. There we are. I'm sure there is a Retiarius, the net man! And the Retiarius, he literally goes after his opponent and hopes to tangle the opponent in the net.
The amphitheater here in Dorchester, recreating
What do we think, Emperor?
the gladiator battles. So let battle commence. A Dorchester stop off has resulted in watching some gladiators having a sparring session. So let's have a look and see how it goes.
If you're on this side, you're cheering for the red team. Can you see a red flag? On this side, you're cheering for the gold team. Now, Marcus with the gold shield is your gladiator, and Titus with the red shield is your gladiator.
So quite interesting. We didn't know this was on today, so we just literally popped here and saw there was a few people around. And yeah, we just watched a little bit of gladiator sparring and things like that. Good little atmosphere, everyone's having a good time. The weather's held off, which is good as well. So yeah, quite an interesting one here in Dorchester at the amphitheater. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch part 1 of the Dorset vlog. Part 2 will be coming very soon, and there will be a few differences with regards to accommodation and that, so watch this space. As always, guys, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, the likes, the comments. It's very much appreciated.